What's up, Friendzonies? Thanks for tuning back into another Keeping It Real with Danie Steele. So, I want to talk today about constructive criticism, taking advice, taking constructive criticism. People often try to throw shade under the guise of constructive criticism, or people love to give out advice and or constructive criticism. And the thing about that is I think it's great to take advice and constructive criticism, but you gotta watch the source. Everyone thinks, especially nowadays, they have a right to speak their mind and yada 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 and share their thoughts and opinions, and you do. It's like write an article. Make your own YouTube channel. But do I have to take your specific brand of constructive criticism? No, I don't. No one has to take anyone's advice or constructive criticism. And it also depends, again, for me, on who you are. I was talking with a friend the other day, and he was saying that he felt like a friend of his was a bit of an ageist, and that, she thinks that just because she's older than him, she's wiser. And I don't believe that at all. I definitely feel like I'm wiser than most people who are older than me, from what I've seen. And I know I've met younger people who, are beyond their years, are old souls and very wise as well. I've said before that people have accused me in real life thinking that I'm better than them because of my experiences. And I've gotten that from both sides. I've gotten that from, people I grew up with in the hood who were like, you changed, you different now, you forgot where you came from. No, I have not forgotten where I came from. That's why I work as hard as I do to get to that next level. And then I've also gotten it from people that I've met at PWIs who have this suburban typical experience, and they're like, because of your gritty life, you think you're better than me. Do I think I'm better than you? Again, no. But am I going to listen to your advice and or constructive criticism over my own lived experiences? No, I'm not. So there's a couple of quotes that I want to hit you guys with that made me think of this topic. The first one is, don't get upset about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. And a fitness guru that I followed had posted that on Instagram the other day. And I found it so fitting, because people will look at your life and see what you've achieved and hate on you as if they've been working equally as hard as you to get to where you are. I personally feel like I've got people from my past who feel like they should be riding along with me as if they took advantage of every opportunity that came across their way, as if they have put in the work that I've put in. You haven't. So you're not going to be there with me, on the yacht, in the villa, vanilla wafers in the villa. You might not be there with me on that because you haven't put in the work. And so it doesn't make sense for me to reward you. Do I look like Nicki Minaj? I don't have money like that. I don't have extra money. All I got is for myself at this point, okay? So, I've had people throw me shade, definitely on some haters, being like, I should be helping them ride alongside me as if they've put in equal work to me. You haven't. I've said yes to every single opportunity that came my way. I've worked my behind off. While you were getting instant gratification, I was saying no to the boys whispering in my ear who could have gave me rides here and there. I was saying no to partying and drinking and doing all that stuff. I mean, yeah, I've had my fair share, in undergrad, but people start that stuff early. I said no for the longest time, okay? And even then, I practiced in moderation. So the shade, the bitterness, the jealousy is ridiculous. I'm not sitting there looking at Oprah being like, why you ain't take me with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hers and she's worked for it. And when you work for something, you will understand why when you get that, you don't want to just easily hand it out to other people because it's not theirs. Period. The second quote, after I reposted that, a friend of mine said that she had saw something online that said, don't take constructive criticism from those who've never constructed anything. So you ain't never constructed, you ain't built, you haven't constructed anything, but you're sitting up here giving out advice. And I see that all the time on YouTube, and it's hilarious to me. It's like, dude, you got to build something. You got to, like, what have you done? What have you done? What work have you done? Now, if you watch my videos and you know a little bit about my background, you know how far I've come and the work that I did. Listen, I'm not the only person that went to private parochial Catholic school. Okay? Plenty of people went to those schools. They didn't end up where I am today. And they're not going to be where I end up being at the top. Why? Because they don't take advantage of every opportunity that comes their way. They think that life is a joke. They think they're young and, boop, boop, boop. And that's fine. That's great. Live your life. Don't throw shade at me because, I get people being like, oh, that's some nice jeans. I couldn't afford those jeans. No, okay. What you telling me for? I'm not wearing expensive stuff and all that jazz, but, the point is whenever I get something nice for myself, it's like an opportunity for someone who's had the same opportunities to try to throw shade. And that's not allowed. That's not allowed. Do you, boo. Get yours. What you waiting for? So, and we see that a lot too, like I said, on a lot of YouTube videos, people, pontificating, going on and on and on about women should do this and, black women should do that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what have you built? What have you done? What opportunities have you given to be telling me where I should go to get my nails done, where I should go to get my hair done, how I should wear my hair, what I should be doing? What have you done? What have you built? What job opportunities have you built for black people? What are you talking about? It's bizarre. And then finally, the last quote that I just saw today, going off of this again, is when seeking to travel, don't take advice from those who've never left home. I mean, case closed. I know there's people back where I'm from who love to talk about me, love to be like, well, she's in New York City, but she's struggling. She's struggling. I'm not struggling. I don't live a struggle life whatsoever. 1, 2, I'm doing the damn thing. Okay, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there. I put the work in. I just booked an off-Broadway show. I'm gonna be shooting a short film this weekend. I got a web series coming up next month, so sky's the limit. Okay, and what are you doing? Why are you sitting around talking about me because I'm not there? I'm not gonna be there. So I will be the topic of conversation. Now, I remember when I went home, I had to go home after I graduated from grad school in New York because I couldn't afford to stay here. I worked in a restaurant back in my hometown. And everyone was talking, there were a couple girls there who were like, I'm trying to get to New York, blah, blah, blah. And they would talk to these women about girls. They were old, they were women. They would talk to them about how they were trying to get to New York and, what they were trying to do. But no one ever acknowledged the work that I had done, how I lived in New York at that point for 3 years. Those women had still never lived in New York. I lived in New York for 3 years, and I plan on going back. And I did. And I've been here now again for 4 years. That's fine with me. I feel like there was definitely a lot of racism involved in that. I told you, upstate loves to hold on to its racism and pretend that they're not under the guise of the North, King of the North. Stop. Cut all that Jon Snow stuff out. Stop. You need to get in check up there. I heard about that situation with Zebs, too. Really? Over some burgers and fries? Y'all trying to throw shade? Zebs, stop. Your food ain't great at all. Your open bar, all the flies sitting on your tomatoes and stuff. I'm not impressed. Anyways, I digressed as I do. That's for any people from Rochester watching, upstate New York. Shout out to upstate New Yorkers. I think that it's important to take advice from people who have done something with their lives, period. Who are building something, who are working on something, who have something to offer. Not just because they talk, because they can talk a good talk. I don't care. A lot of people that talk a lot of junk, it's like, go to school. You mad at me because you're like, well, you won't listen to what I have to say. Go to school and pontificate. I spent 7 years in school. So a lot of stuff that you feel like you need to say, I've said it. I've had these conversations already. That's 101. I'm not on 101. No, I already graduated, So it's like, you want to have 101 conversations. I'm not here for it. I don't have to make you feel like your opinion is valid by listening. I don't, because I have a very unique experience. Like I've said, if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen that I come from my childhood was very dark, very dark. And I don't know many people who grew up in foster care, in neglect and abuse, simultaneously going to private Catholic school with upper middle class individuals. I don't know many people who did that and made the most of it. So I have a very unique perspective. That's part of the reason why I feel so passionate about sharing my voice here on YouTube. Because You know, a lot of people want to talk about interracial relationships, but as you've said, you've never been in one. So who the hell needs to listen to you about it? That's ridiculous. You know, and a lot of dudes talking about something, they've never been in interracial relationships. Okay, you might not have been in an interracial relationship, but I'm sure you've been in an interracial situation, haven't you? Haven't you? Okay, so stop. Either way, you're on a white man's platform. Your paycheck is signed by a white man. You cannot sit here and pretend that you've cut white society out and that you're somehow better than people who are in interracial relationships. That's absurd. You're not, and it's a joke to me, and I laugh when I see these types of things. Constructive criticism is a great thing. I love to listen to people who have experiences different from my own or similar to my own, but you gotta have something behind it. You can't just be, I got opinions. I don't care. A lot of people have opinions, right? Opinions are like a-holes. Everyone's got one, right? But if you don't have something behind it, I can't mess with you. I can't deal with you. It takes work to get to where you want to be. And if you've lived a life of seeking instant gratification, like my deadbeat dad, right? You're going to end up in the gutter. Because you're watching people who are living that life thinking that you deserve it too. But you don't have the same background that those people have. Rich kids can do that. You can't. I know I can't. I can't do it. I got to work for mine. And I have been, and I'm proud of the work that I've done, and I'll continue doing that work. It's been a great year, and it's only getting better. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Shame on you. Shame on you. Okay? Share this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.